Hello everyone, Dervla coming to you live this afternoon. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, whenever you're watching this live stream. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about forgiveness. And forgiveness is something that I'm going to be covering on my upcoming exciting online program, Sacred Simplicity, a healing journey for women. And you may have watched some of my videos already where I speak about it, or maybe this is the first time. But forgiveness is a process, and it's a process that can feel maybe difficult in some situations and maybe easier in other situations to forgive whatever you feel has caused you hurt, pain, anger, sadness, resentment, and all the emotions that can be associated with unforgiveness. And unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. I always remember that as one of the standout quotes when I started my EFT training back in 2010. And it has really stuck with me, and it is so true, because if we feel that we have been wronged by someone, and that can go back to our parents, it can be our siblings, it can be co-workers, it can be partners, it can be children, it can be people at school as we were growing up, authority figures. It ranges, there's a broad range of maybe issues and people who are in our unforgiveness pot energetically. And what I'm here to talk to you about is, really questioning and focusing on how much of your energy is actually being drained, being wasted by you holding on to unforgiveness. And this is not about condoning what somebody has actually done, their behavior or their actions that have caused you to feel upset or wronged in some way. That's not what it's about. It's about setting you emotionally free. Because when we're holding on to, as I say, the anger, the resentment, the unforgiveness in our energetic bodies, it affects our mental, our emotional. Then we might wonder, well, why are we not fully healing? And this just reminds me of a brief conversation I had with somebody who spoke about their friend who is doing all the right things. They're eating well, they're drinking clear, healthy water, they're not putting any chemicals into their bodies, but yet they continue to feel unwell. And my response was, well, I recommend that she takes a look at her energetic body and takes a look at what energy is unhealed, maybe childhood trauma that was there. And childhood trauma doesn't necessarily have to be massive, it can be consistent, small traumas done over a period of time that can lead us to suppress our energy, suppress our emotions, suppress those unshed tears, suppress that unexpressed anger, holding it down, stuffing it down, until such time as our body becomes louder and brings in illness and disease to us to actually wake us up. Now we have a choice, and we can choose to take heed and notice of those signs that our bodies give us all of the time, or we can ignore them and become more ill and more dependent on maybe a medical model that is not truly in alignment with bringing us back to ourselves holistically in mind, body and spirit. So I'm just coming in talking about this to let you know that this is part of the practice that I'm going to be covering in the first month of my online program, Sacred Simplicity, a healing journey for women. I'm going to be sharing very simple but yet very deep and profound techniques that will help you to forgive maybe members of your family of origin. Maybe as in a family of origin you felt neglected, you felt abandoned, you felt unheard, maybe you felt misunderstood, maybe you felt ignored, you felt unloved. And these have led for you to take on a very strong belief that you're not good enough, that you're not lovable enough. And what happens is when we're running those beliefs very strongly in our psyche and our subconscious mind, the universe gives us more evidence that that's true. So until such time as we actually change those limiting beliefs, move into the fear and the resistance and all of the unresolved emotional issues in ourselves, can we truly experience freedom. And there can be miracles that can be experienced when we go in to forgive. As I say, I'll be talking about our family of origin. We'll be looking at who else do we need to forgive in our lives. And I mean, ultimately the choice is yours, but I'm recommending that you step in, you surrender to the process. And yes, it's going to be done in a very sacred, supportive space. That's why I'm doing this group, because really the work that I do is deep and it's profound. It may feel uncomfortable. Absolutely, it may feel uncomfortable. I know that because I'm continue to be on the journey all the time myself, because that's what I've signed up for, to actually be an energetic healer. So I have to experience a lot of stuff myself to actually learn how to process that on a deep level, so that I can transform my world from the inside out. And ultimately, happiness is an inside job. You know, we can look to external factors to actually fill ourselves up, but ultimately it's an inside job. And connecting with the source of your own higher self, connecting with the joy that's in your heart and your soul, and connecting with the lessons that we are here to learn and to grow and evolve from particular incidents or traumas that we've experienced that have maybe led to us to find it difficult maybe to forgive one or more people in our lives, or maybe a particular group of people, or maybe even right now you're kind of feeling angry and frustrated and unforgiving towards this coronavirus and how your life has been impacted perhaps negatively from that. We can look at whatever situation and whatever energy comes up, because everything is energy. It doesn't matter what story we run or what label we give it or the title of the story that it is. It's all energy, and it can be shifted and healed at a pace that's right for you. And my zone of genius is to hold that sacred space for you and to tune into the energy. And as I said, to give you simple practices, simple, not necessarily always easy to do, but that's why I'm doing it in this closed, sacred, private space, so that you are given the opportunity to surrender, to release the pain, to release the unheld or the unexpressed anger, frustration, sadness, feeling unloved, maybe feeling lost, feeling alone, feeling isolated, maybe just kind of confused as to maybe different situations and patterns that are showing up in your life and you can't make sense of them. I'll be looking at what's underneath the story of that, what's underneath the energy of that, and looking at the spiritual lesson that's there. And that takes courage and it takes commitment to actually do this. But I know that if you're watching me and if you're ready to say yes, to have a call and see if what I offer, whether it's my online group program or whether it's working with me one-to-one, is for you, I know that your soul is calling you to transform and to heal on a deep level. I know that because any woman I've worked with, they've all gone through deep, profound transformation of healing loss, healing grief, healing sadness, healing anger, and all of those, you know, beliefs that we come across and that we run as women, like I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable enough, I'm not attractive enough, you know, holding on to anger and resentment towards maybe a comment that somebody said, and it might be 20 years ago, but you're still holding that resentment in your heart. Or it may be the way that somebody looks at you and you make up a story in your mind about that person and give a meaning to that, and give a meaning that's disempowering for you, that's draining your energy, that's sucking the life force out of you. So maybe just take a little bit of time and just gently look in to your heart and your soul and just ask yourself, you know, is there one or more people that I'm holding on to unforgiveness for in my heart? And as I said earlier, this is not about condoning any behavior, it's about setting yourself free. And you know, you will experience freedom, and you may notice, if that person is still in your life, how the relationship changes once you do the work. And you will show up energetically different. People will feel your different vibration, and more like-minded people will be drawn to you, and you'll find that different opportunities come in for you. And ultimately, what you will feel is peace in your heart, because who doesn't want to feel at peace in mind, body and soul? You know, if you're perhaps maybe you're holding on to something and it's affecting your sleep negatively, and you can't sleep, and you're holding on to these triggers, you're feeling triggered, and sometimes you can't even make sense of those triggers. Well, then perhaps it's time to join me on the journey of sacred simplicity, which is really about letting go of the crap that's been holding you back from creating a life that you love, a life filled with joy, with laughter, with fun, with freedom, and with acceptance of who you are on a deep soul level. Because ultimately, you know, it's wonderful for us to look after ourselves from the outside as well, and I'm a big fan of that because it does help us to feel good. And I'll also be looking at body image and how we can improve that as well. So, you know, perhaps forgiveness of yourself as well. We're going to be looking at that, you know, maybe where in your life have you maybe done something that you can't forgive yourself, or you just keep beating yourself up and you're staying in victim mode because maybe you feel that you're not worthy of forgiveness. It might be that you're judging your body and you're not forgiving your body maybe for, in inverted commas, letting you down and getting sick regularly, or whatever it is. As I say, it's energy, it's all energy, and we can shift and we can transform it at a pace that's perfect for you. Obviously, this is an ongoing work. Everything is more than likely not going to be solved in 6 months, but I guarantee you that you will shift lots in 6 months. And my desire for you is that, you know, whatever your intention is when you join me at the beginning of this program starting on the 8th of June, that you will be in a much more aligned space energetically with your mind, your body, your soul, and you're going to experience more joy, more fun, more laughter, more lightness of being, feeling more empowered, feeling more confident as a woman, regardless of who is around you. And we're going to be stopping that comparisonitis virus that's going around, comparing ourselves to others and letting go of that stereotypical image of beauty that we can sometimes allow to bring us down as women. So if you're watching this replay and if any of what I speak of resonates with you, private message me. Let's hop on a call. Let's see if my program is a good fit for you. If the program isn't a fit for you, perhaps you might need one-to-one work. I also work one-to-one with a very limited number of clients because the work I do is really focused, and as my clients say, 100% of my energy goes focusing on you in the sessions, and the same when I'm in the space for the group healings and the group exercises. You will get my 100% attention and helping you to transform from the inside out so that you can have fun. We're going to do some fun exercises as well. There's going to be lots of colour, bringing in more colour into your life, bringing in more play into your life, bringing in more pleasure into your life, and really tuning into what you want as a woman to help you to move forward into the next phase of your life. So this really is for women over 18, but more than likely I'm going to attract women in their 40s, 50s, 60s. That tends to be the age group that who I seem to attract. But nonetheless, if you are younger than that and you're feeling really called and you're open to looking at yourself, to doing this work, this is a spiritual assignment, because we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. So it's about aligning your mind, your body, your spirit, so that you can enjoy exactly who you are, so that you can feel more than good enough, more than lovable enough, and open up your heart to receive all of the abundance in all forms that you deserve and that is your birthright. Because it doesn't matter whether you were reared in a low-income family, a medium-income family, or a rich family. Each one of us will carry limiting beliefs that are holding us back from thriving in some way, and that's my job and that's my intention and my mission, to help you to unlock those, to unlock the keys to your heart so that you can open up to express who you truly are unapologetically and have fun in the process. So if this resonates, message me. Let's get your call booked in this week. I have some time available tomorrow and Friday, and I also have some time free next week. So it's starting on the 8th of June, so please do contact me. It's a very reasonable investment for the level of support and content that you're going to receive, because it is a beta testing program, and there's also a payment plan available. So no excuses, ladies. Message me, let's have a chat, and let's see if this is the right fit for you. So that's it. Take care. Have an amazing day. I'm going to head out now in nature that I absolutely adore. I'm going to go for a walk to raise my own vibration and to keep on my own mission of getting fitter and keeping my own heart health vibrant and alive. So that's it. Take care. See you very soon. And please do feel free to share this with other women who you feel might be interested to come on this journey with me. We're going to have some fun. There's going to be, I have a notebook now with ideas streaming from my consciousness. So it promises to be great fun. Yes, there'll be tears. Yes, there'll be discomfort, but we're going to have laughs as well. So that's it. Take care. Bye for now.